Imagine waking up each day, feeling confined by the expectations imposed on you, expectations that don't even align with your own desires. You follow a path that others, family, society, peers, have paved for you without pausing to ask, is this the life I truly want? What if I told you that the key to true fulfillment lies not in pleasing others, but in embracing your own desires, dreams, and passions? Today, we're going to uncover the deep wisdom behind living for yourself, not for others. By the end of this journey, you will experience the most profound realization of all, one that can forever change the way you view your life. From ancient philosophers to modern psychologists, thinkers through the ages have delved into the struggle between societal pressure and personal freedom. Why do we feel so compelled to meet the expectations of others? What holds us back from fully pursuing our own path? And most importantly, how can we break free from these invisible chains and start living a life that's truly ours? If you've ever felt like you're merely following a script written by someone else, this is for you. Let's explore why we fall into this trap, the consequences of ignoring our true selves, and how you can begin taking control of your life, step by step. Keep watching, because the final realization will be the most liberating of all. Throughout history, human beings have been shaped by the expectations of their communities. From the moment we're born, we are taught what's acceptable, what is considered respectable, and what is seen as desirable. Parents, teachers, friends, and even strangers impose their ideas about how we should live. Society tells us what success looks like, what happiness should be, and which paths are worth taking. But here's the truth. None of these definitions matter if they don't align with who you truly are. Philosophers like Jean-Paul Sartre argued that we are condemned to be free, meaning we are born without an inherent purpose, and it's up to us to create one. Yet, many people shy away from this responsibility, choosing instead to conform to the roles assigned to them. They follow a safe, predictable path, avoiding judgment or rejection. But in doing so, they sacrifice their own authenticity. Psychologists have extensively studied this phenomenon. Carl Jung introduced the concept of individuation, the process of becoming who you truly are, rather than who society expects you to be. When we ignore our true desires and adopt identities shaped by others, we experience inner conflict, a tension that often manifests as anxiety, dissatisfaction, or even depression. Living for others might bring temporary approval, but it frequently leads to long-term emptiness. Think about it. How many times have you hesitated to pursue something you love because you feared what others would think? How often have you put your own needs last to meet the expectations of others? It's a painful reality, but it's one that many people live with every single day. The desire for acceptance is deeply ingrained in our psychology, evolutionarily. I love you, making rejection a real threat. Today, that same fear still lingers, even though the stakes are no longer life or death. We seek validation through social media, career choices, and even relationships, constantly measuring our worth by how others perceive us. But here's the question you must ask yourself. Are you living or are you merely performing? The cost of living for others is high. It leads to a life filled with regret, a feeling that something is missing even when everything seems perfect on the outside. Studies show that people on their deathbeds rarely regret the things they did. They regret the things they didn't do, the risks they didn't take, and the dreams they abandoned for the sake of others. But here's the good news. You have the power to change this. You can choose to break free from the expectations that imprison you. You can start making decisions based on what truly fulfills you, rather than what will please those around you. The first step is recognizing the signs that you're living for others instead of yourself. Do you feel like your decisions are guided by fear rather than desire? Do you struggle with setting boundaries because you don't want to disappoint others? Do you find yourself constantly explaining or justifying your choices? These are all indicators that you may not be fully living for yourself. But imagine a different reality. One way to make choices based on your own happiness and not the approval of others is to imagine waking up every morning excited about your path, free from the weight of expectations that don't belong to you. This isn't just a fantasy. It is entirely possible. And in the next section, we will explore exactly how you can start reclaiming your life. Practical steps, mindset shifts, and powerful realizations that will set you on the path toward authentic living. The most profound truth is yet to come, and it will change everything. Breaking free from the expectations of others isn't easy. It requires courage, self-awareness, and a willingness to face discomfort. But here's the truth. Every great transformation begins with a moment of clarity, a realization that you are not truly living the life you want. That moment is now. So how do you start reclaiming your life? The first step is understanding the illusion of obligation. Most people walk through life believing they must follow a set path: graduate, get a stable job, marry, have children, retire. But who decided that this is the only way? Who wrote these rules? The answer is simple: society. While some people may find fulfillment in this path, others do not. The problem is that many never question it. Philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche believed that the greatest human struggle is between conformity and self-overcoming. He warned that living to please others leads to a herd mentality, a state where people follow the crowd, never questioning if the direction they're heading is truly right for them. But those who dare to break free, to create their own meaning, become what he called the Übermensch, the overman. A person who rises above societal norms to fully embrace their individuality. Now think about your own life. How many of your decisions are truly yours? When was the last time you did something purely because it felt right for you, without considering what others might think? If the answer is rarely or never, it's time to challenge this pattern. The second step is identifying the hidden influences shaping your choices. From childhood, we are conditioned to seek approval. We learn that good behavior earns praise, while rebellion brings punishment. This conditioning follows us into adulthood, affecting the decisions we make, careers, relationships, and lifestyles. We often make these choices with an invisible audience in mind: parents, friends, colleagues, or even strangers on the internet. But living for approval is like chasing a mirage. No matter how much you do, it's never enough. Psychologist Abraham Maslow introduced the concept of self-actualization, the highest level of human fulfillment, where a person fully expresses their true self. However, he also identified a critical barrier: the need for belonging. Many people get stuck at this level, afraid to take the leap towards self-actualization because it means risking rejection. But here's something powerful to remember. The price of true fulfillment is the willingness to stand alone when necessary.